Recent medical advancements have isolated the gene causing cystic fibrosis. Now doctors have hope for a cure one day.
Shelly Maguire was diagnosed with CF when she was 9 years old with a life expectancy to 18. Refusing to accept it though, she began to fight and along the way learned the formula for success. Shelly is now 51 years old. She owns a multi-million-dollar skincare business and she's sharing it all in her new book called Dancing in the Storm. Good morning. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Incredible. So let's first start off with your diagnosis. It's a bleak diagnosis.
It was, and it was really life-altering, and not necessarily in a good way. I was diagnosed at 9 years old, but officially told at the age of 12 that I would have a life expectancy of 18, maybe into my 20s, and that really put me on a path at that time of self-destruction, because I figured I had nothing to lose in life, right? So I really just went for everything, and it wasn't until maybe closer until I got into my 25, 30-year-olds and I realized that giving in and giving up was not an option for me, and it changed my mindset where I really decided to take control of my life and start to take really care of my medicines and my regimen, and it became a new mindset for me of on a path of I'm going to make this and I'm going to make something of my life, and I started shooting so high for dreams that I never thought I would reach, and here I am today.
It's interesting what you say, though. I think getting a bleak diagnosis like that, the normal reaction or what people would assume would be, oh, God, I've got to really take good care of my health. But maybe it's so bleak, you're like, forget about it, what's the point?
That's exactly right. And I think, you know, it's typical. I wrote my book, Dancing in the Storm, because, and I'm getting so much feedback from everyone who's dealing with all different issues. It's not just about cystic fibrosis. I think we all, when faced with challenges, have decisions to make. And you can decide that you're going to start living and make the best of your life and make great decisions, because there's always hope. There's always, you never know what's coming around the pike.
Now your story is told in an interesting format in this book. It doesn't read like a novel or a biography. There are letters in it, there are questions and answers. Tell us about the book itself and why you chose to do it this way.
Right, well, you know, it's kind of, first of all, the way that life really is, it's connecting through internet and emails and Skype, but it's kind of really like looking into someone's personal life. I met my co-author Beth Huffman through an email, and we started talking about my life in a book, and so that's how this is written, and it brings in my family, and it's really the private thoughts of myself, private emails, diaries, and it keeps the flow going where you're really looking in on my life, but it gives you perspective. It gives you a different perspective.
And you know, there are people out there with cystic fibrosis now. To what do you attribute your success in terms of fighting the disease?
Well, there's no doubt that we've come a long way in the cure of medicines and treatments. So the advances through the money that's been raised are so critical. But it's also really keeping your mind positive. And I do 7 to 8 treatments a day for my health. I wear a vest that shakes my lungs. I run 3.5 miles a day, and I have for probably 25 years now. And I'm vigilant about taking care of myself, and it's also keeping a positive mindset that I feel good today, small hurdles, I can feel good tomorrow, and you take it day by day.
And you do this in the course of running a successful skincare business.
I do.
Yeah, running and more running.
That's right. The key is to keep on running. I have my own skincare line, my husband and I, which you can read about in the book, because we have also a very wild, unique romance story, but we work together, we have our company, and we sell on HSN, we do live shopping channel television. I sell them in skincare, so it's just a whole way of life. It's taking care of yourself on the inside and the outside.
And how did you meet your husband? I assume a little bit later in life, right? You described it in the book, and obviously that's something a lot of people like to know about too.
That's right, and it's going to sound so crazy, but we actually met at a stoplight.
Really?
And we really did a chance meeting at a stoplight when I was on vacation. He was jogging and I was in Fort Lauderdale on vacation. And it's a romance that started 11 years ago when we got married, which I don't want to ruin how we got married.
Okay.
Keep the details.
I got to keep the details.
You got my attention though.
Yeah. Good, that's what I wanted.
Well, it's a chance meeting, got to be meant to be.
That's exactly right. That's exactly.
All right. Well, Shelly Maguire, Dancing in the Storm is the name of the book. Thank you so much for doing that.
Thank you so much, and have a great day today.